Recording in progress, everyone. Greetings, beloved poets, and welcome to Chaos Magic. Another evening of great poetry here on Zoom. I'm delighted to have you all with us. It looks like it's going to be a relatively small room. Um, uh, Everybody knows, no hate speech, blah, 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 all that same stuff. We do encourage you to bring one cover and one original piece, but do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. You can bring two pieces of your original work, 3 to 5 minute performance slot. Um, and the list is in the chat with Rick Spisak kicking it off. Rick, would you bless us with some words, my friend?
I would be honored, my friend, to be in this August Assembly of Poets, and I offer you this first a tribute piece from Aleister Crowley, a love poem, and it's called Boo to the Buddha. So it is 18 years, Helena, since we met, a season so endears, nor you nor I forget the fresh young faces that once clove in that most fiery dawn of love. We wandered to and fro, we knew not how to woo, those 18 years ago, sweetheart, when I and you exchanged high vows in heaven's sight that scarce survived a summer night. What scourge smote from the stars, what madness from the moon, that night we broke the bars was quintessential June, when you and I beneath the trees battered our bold virginities. 18 years, months, or hours, time is a tyrant's toy. Eternal are the flowers. We are but girl and boy, and yet since love leapt as swift tonight as it ever never left the light, as Helena's nor love nor youth so leaps with lust and thrills with truth. Helena, still we hold fresh, firmer, still we mix black hair with hair as gold. Life has but served to fix our hearts, love lingers on the tongue. Who loves once is always young. The stars are still the same, the changeful moon endures. Come without fear or shame and draw my mouth to yours. Youth fails, however flesh be fain, manhood and womanhood attain. Life is a string of pearls, and you and I the first strung. You left, first flower of girls, life lyric on my tongue, an indefatigable dance, an inexhaustible romance. Blush from love's dawn bud bright, that bloom for my delight, first blossom of my blood, burn in that blood tonight. Helena, Helena, fiercely fresh, your flesh flies fervent to my flesh. What sage dare impugn man's immortality? Our Godhead swims immune from death and destiny. Ignored the bubble in the flow of love 18 short years ago. Time, I embrace all time. My arms ring round your waist. Space, you surpass sublime, as taking me to taste omnipotence, sense slaying sense, soul slaying soul, omniscience. Thank you. From Aleister Crowley,
Yeah,
called.
Rick,
Yes, sir.
go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. That's okay. And then I offer you this. I will do part of this because it is a bit lengthy. Mexican Mouse is called. You see them behind me, those Mexican mice. The Mexican Mouse visited my house. He told tall tales as far as he could stretch. Do you know what he said would happen next? He dared all the poets, girls, and boys to gather their verbs, their nouns, such toys, to construct an elaborate structure of whimsy and climb up on its roof, though the tiny brick chimney. He found some cheese that made him quite pleased. He marched right into it up to his knees. He found cottage, mozzarella, and parmesan. It reminded of the farm when he was little, where he grew up on. He found a tiny horsey hidden away, lying deep in the straw, so as not to give himself away. But this little charger was just the right size for the Mexican Mouse to saddle and ride. He rode round the kitchen, searching this way and that. His tiny steed was searching. Despite his tiny size, there was no great leap he wouldn't try. From the floor to the kitchen counter in one great leap, then up to the cabinets, to the very top peak. And from there he could survey the kitchen complete, the knife rack, the double sink, the fruit juicer. He might even climb down to it, but he'd never be a user. His first plan hatched was to pry open the fridge. He had an idea if he could only get off the ledge. He would slide down the handle and check for a release. He had designs on that sung that kept all the cheese. He would pry open that suction fit lock. He rummaged through his memory, but it seemed he was stuck. He noticed a can of WD-40 and suddenly thought of his sweet cousin Morty. Morty loved to disassemble locks. He knew every trick from the bottom to the tops. He used a straw nozzle and a lubricating spray. when whatever came out extra he'd use with his skates. He pushed and he shoved till that thin straw went in. He squirted the lubricant for a night and a day. It might have been longer, we never could say. And as long as he's got 2 volumes of memoirs to sell, from the inserted straw it bubbled and rolled down the seam. Little by little, the little mouse got his dream. The fridge door swung open and caught him by surprise. He blinked as he burned when he saw what was inside. And I'm going to stop.
Oh my
I gotta
God.
say, Aleister Crowley was an inspired choice for your cover. You do Chaos Magic, great honor bringing Crowley to us. He is obviously one of the progenitors of Chaos Magic. And your mouse poem was inspired, Mexican
That's
mouse, just
awesome.
inspired.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic, Rick.
Next time you can hear parts 2 and 3.
Got me yelling cheese. I love it. Oh, okay. Up next we have Terri Rose. Terri, could you bless us with some words? Terri, are you there?
Sorry.
There she is.
Yeah, I was looking for my cover to read. I don't know. I got too many books. This is a problem. Yeah, it's a problem, like, you know, that I like to have, but
It's a good problem.
hold on. Yeah, let me see.
I imagine you surrounded by words
I
right
have
now.
a couple of ones that I like to read from. I can't seem to put my hands on them right. Not enough light in here for me to see. Okay, so I'm going to read out of the this book called. Wait, let me turn my camera on so you can see it. This is called The Moon's Mailbox, and it's a book written by Indigo Pie, and she is Lacan's girlfriend. If any of you don't know. And in this book, there are in the Tagalong language, there's some poems in here that I can't read because I really don't pronunciate the language. I really do know how to do that. 1 minute. Uno momento. Okay. This is called a journal back. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, a journal page. It said that the proof is in the pudding. What they don't know is that the doubt is in the cake. No cake for you, baby whale. You need to lose 100 pounds. Either way, no sugar comes. Later, the tears will. She's a great poet. And she hasn't been around lately, and it makes me mad that she's not around. Okay, for my piece. Ugh. Hang on 1 second. This is a new piece. It's the being alone that I crave today. I am at home in my body when it's only this one. I look to escape from the persecution of life, the menial tasks that add up to more after I subjected myself, made lower than the floor, no respect for the servant of the home called mom or wife. Just expect it all to get done somehow. The laundry, the food in the mouths, the garbage taken out. How don't we live like pigs in a sty? You got trouble with your eyes if you can't recognize.
Oh, that was awesome.
I'm saucy.
Yeah,
I've
Terri.
been very, very saucy lately.
We want all that saucy.
We like saucy Terri. We love
love
saucy
it.
Terri.
Yes.
I'm
Saucy's
very
good.
saucy, man. Just watch out. Get a lot of
You're-
sauce over here.
You're worth the wait too. That was awesome.
Indeed.
Just love you.
Saucy is a virtue.
Indeed it is.
Okay,
Well, my
Bill.
book is still for sale. If you're interested, if anybody's interested,
Yeah, put it in the chat.
I will do that.
It is a beautiful book. I have it and I highly recommend.
You have my book? Okay. Did I send it to you, or do you get it from Marissa?
I got it from Marissa.
Okay. Okay.
Look
Well,
at you, famous.
yeah.
Looks like Sophia's got it too.
I traded Sophia. I have one of her. I actually was looking for your book to read out of your book, but I couldn't get my hands on it quick enough. Next time. I want to get permission from all the people that they either traded with me or that I bought their books and they know about it, to read one piece out of everybody's book and just to like film it
Yeah.
and have it like Trisha started to do it, but then she stopped. I wanted to do it. When I saw her doing it, I had already wanted to do it. Just feature somebody every single day.
I love it. That's a great idea. We have
She
to
called it
spearhead that.
Home of the day, but I'll call it something else because I don't want to rip her off. But I have the same idea. You know, great minds think alike.
Mhm.
Right.
And Gustav,
Okay.
if you still want one of my books, let me know. Hit me up.
I sure do. I sure do. I'm financially strapped a little bit for the next. I had to buy a new computer. I'm coming to you from a brand new computer because mine just died the
okay.
other day. Gave up the ghost after 9 long years of faithful service. My computer died. Yes, rest in peace, computer. So once I get through that, I should be doing pretty well financially. And I do want your book, Terri. A signed copy would be very important to me for my collection of signed first editions.
All righty then. So just let me know
Super.
when you're ready. Just hit me up.
Will do. Will
Thank
do.
you.
Next up on the mic is the beloved Bill Elkins and his guitar. We're very excited to get guitarded with you.
Yeah, Bill.
Very good.
cool.
Very good. Thanks, Gustav. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do the first one will be a cover. Can you hear me? Am I? Oh, I got to hit original sound on. There we go. First one is a cover by Sandy Denny. She's a good folk singer with Fairport Convention. She's passed away, but a really good songwriter. Who knows where the time goes? Hope you like it. Behave. Across the evening sky, all the birds are leaving. But how can they know it's time for them to go? Before the winter fire, I will still be dreaming. I have no thought of time. For who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes? Sad deserted shore, your fickle friends are leaving. Ah, but then you know it's time for them to go. but I will still be here. I have no thought of leaving. I do not count the time. For who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes? And I am not alone. While my love is near me, I know it will be so until it's time to go. So come the stores of winter, then the birds in spring. Again, I have no fear of time. For who knows how my love grows, and who knows where the time goes. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, there's the cover. Now I'll do an original. It's entitled Kareen. Sweet lady from Salinas, my brown-eyed Cornelian queen, my love for you's boundless. I'm so goddamn thankful you love me. You saved me from oblivion, you're my angel in the night. You Pepsi generation, me Coke classic unite. I pray I never lose you, because life would become empty and dark. Kareen. My barefoot señorita, you enchant me with your luminescent smile. You fill my world with sunshine and captivate me with your style. You challenge me in my thinking, make me laugh when I'm forlorn. You tease me when I'm too serious and chide me when I'm glum. You're inexorably a part of me, and I appreciate you so, Kareen. When I look into your eyes, I tread where I ought not dare. You completely overwhelm me with your mystical, penetrating stare. You see what I'm thinking and think what I see. You rescue me from my wasteland when you reach out to me. You're my refuge in the desert, my harbor in the storm. Kareem. You're my Juliet, you're my lover, and my best friend. When we kiss and hold each other, I rival Shakespeare with a pen. Our hearts beat together like an earthquake marking time. We become entangled in a carnal nursery rhyme. I want to live with you forever and love you forevermore. Kareem. Oh, Kareem. Kareem. Thank you, everybody.
The crowd goes wild.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you.
Bill.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Made my day. Thank you.
Same.
Wonderful.
Wow. Bill, that was
We love you, Bill.
Thank you. I love you guys too.
good.
No, I mean that. It's very, I'm moved. Thank you.
Bill, do you take requests?
What's that?
Do you take requests?
Sure.
If it's one that you would like to play, I love that song from the 70s, Wildfire, about the pony.
Oh, I love that song too, Wildfire, but I don't really know it.
Okay, well,
But I love that. Who did that song?
I don't remember his name.
Wildfire. That's a beautiful song.
Firefall.
Sorry. Limited, yeah, that's a good song. God, I haven't thought about that one for years. It's a good song, though. Somebody with a really good voice who can really go high. I remember that one. Yes. Okay. Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next week we'll get to hear you.
I'll check it out. I'll see if I can find it and learn it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Coming
You're
up
welcome.
next
Thank
is
you.
Whisper. Would you like to whisper some words to us, Whisper?
Elemental in the house. What's up, my friend?
Elemental. Yes.
Hey,
What's good, good people? Hey, yo.
Hey, Elemental.
Elemental.
Good to see
things
you.
going on this evening. Hold on, everybody. There's some things going on. Trust and believe. Listen.
Hello, there are things going on this evening. There are things going on this evening.
Ooh, yeah.
Magical things by the sounds of it.
Elemental
What?
and CP Mays in the house.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. Let's do
Gasoline and a match. So, guys, the poem that I am going to cover for you tonight is a complete serendipitous thing. I'm cleaning out my garage. I found a box of things my mother had given me that belonged to my grandparents, and there's some old books in there. And one of the books is called Tony's Scrapbook. It was published in 1934, and it's like an anthology of poetry. So I am going to read you, and it's not anybody famous, right? It's like people like us, right? Who would just put together an anthology of poetry. So I am going to read you one of the poems from this book. And this is called A Gypsy Heart. She had a gypsy heart and home-staying feet. She loved campfires and an ingle seat. When summer rain shook its tambourine, she snapped her fingers, but locked the screen. She caught up her hair with a high jeweled comb, then whisked egg whites to angel foam. If stars inveigled her into the night, she returned like a moth to the candlelight. For the Romany call in the south wind's throat, a kettle's hum was the antidote. She had a gypsy heart, but it couldn't pull her home-staying feet from their chimney stool. And that is by Ethel Romig Fuller from 1934. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it's my new favorite poem. Holy
I
shit.
know, right? I was like, yes, so freaking cool. Total serendipity. And the word inveigled, like, yes, vocabulary.
Yeah, that's a first name from the past, Ethel. Not too many Ethels anymore.
Yes, yes. Good grandma name. Grandma Ethel. Okay, one from moi. This one I have not named yet. I believe that it is only by the grace of my Piscean birth that the floodwaters of the storms I have survived have not killed me. The universe decreed astrologically that I would breathe through being tossed like flotsam on the raging waters of emotional trauma. I can't say that I swam. That would be too elegant a turn of phrase to describe my passage. From the time I was very young, I had a sense of survival, some innate understanding of the way the world works, that you can skirt the edge and still survive. I wore my skirt with fierce determination, and the edge I traversed was sharpened to fine, a sharp to fillet the unwary fish, but ever wary was I, and wary have I remained, of what storms lie ahead, and the knife blades I must dance upon to weather them and survive. Whisper.
Ooh. Damn, Whisper. Every time.
Yeah,
Every
right
time.
on.
Very
that cover
nice.
poem was awesome too. Wow, Whisper. Great set.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Really cool. You found it in your garage.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. All right, coming up next, we have Sophia. Sophia, could you bless us with some words?
Yeah, Sophia. Let's go.
Let's go. Sophia and Tony tonight. Tony's my guest. He will make an appearance after I do the cover. I think someone's mic might not be okay. There we go. Cool. The cover I'm gonna read is from this really cool anthology I got at City Lights bookstore a couple years back in San Francisco. I'll show you the cover. Surrealist Poetry Anthology, and it's several different languages. And anyways, so I'll read. I'm a little tired, but let's see if I can focus. So anyways, it's Spanish and English. I'll read both that, and then I'll read my own poem. I'll read it in English first, I guess. It's by it's hard to say his name for me. I can't right now. Berlulio Arenas. Sorry, Berlulio. Sorry. So many moons. So many moons come and gone. Stripes and more stripes, tigers and more tigers, and the luxury hotel to sleep in, dreams and more dreams, kisses and more kisses. What will remain of so much moon? What will remain of so much water, so much thirst, so much drinking glass? Window destined for you. So much can you depend on it. More perfect you make of your beauty what others make of the sky. Okay. I know I love tigers, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna try to read it in Spanish, just for kicks. I get focused. Tantas lunas pasadas en limpio, rayas y más rayas, tigres y más tigres, y el hotel era lujoso para dormir, sueños y más sueños, besos y más besos. ¿Qué quedara de tanta luna? Que quitará de tanta agua, de tanta sed, de tanto vaso, ventana destinada para ti? ¿Para qué en ella te apoyes más perfecta? Tú haces con tu belleza lo que otros hacen con el cielo. For Berlioz, so sorry. We'll just say by Mr. Arenas. Okay, there we go. My guest is Tony. Okay, that was the cover. In all seriousness, I think that's a beautiful poem, and it's surrealist, and all these images kind of just like coming at you at once and stuff. And how do you make of it? Okay, and my poem I'm going to read tonight that I wrote got selected for World Poetry Day by Moonstone Art Center in their anthology. And what I did, just really in brief, so it's titled Ode to Till I Collapse by Eminem. So it's ode to that song. However, what I did was strategically took certain words from the chorus of that song and interwoven it into this poem. So it took a lot of thought. So I'll just throw out a few words. So I took, like, for example, from the chorus, the word roof, legs, collapse, shit, high, whatever. So it really is an ode to this song. Okay. Ode to Till I Collapse by Eminem. Okay. Godhood, monkhood, prophethood, personhood, unlikelihood for selfhood to still remain despite disdain of myself. I'd become seeking recovery in the last 2 weeks. The roof of restraint blew up, whereas my nightlight was always charged. I bailed on. Too childish. I was checked on by public safety who tracked me down. Yes, my damn legs gave out. Sat on the sidewalk, dazed and phased by the heat sickness again. Public safety happened to drive by and gave me a ride back. 10:14. The school year was almost done. 3 IVs, almost my writing hand, broken by my own undoing. No one could see the smoke coming out of my ears, or perhaps they could. No, I wasn't high as the sky or apple pie. Fuck nationhood. Depression struck. Still, I wrote not shit but magic. Prayed my bones wouldn't collapse. Thank you.
Oh, so clever. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go. Really strong work. Love that.
You're gonna have to teach us
Yes,
more about that.
yes,
That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all like,
Awesome.
what?
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very good.
Oh, wow. Fuck yeah. And some love to Tony too. Yeah, there he goes.
There he goes.
Oh yes, thank you so much, Sophia. That was awesome. All right, next we've got Dre. Are you ready, Dre? Dre all day.
Hey yo. Well, this is working. Cool.
Yeah, that sounds
Hello,
great.
everybody. I don't really have much prepared for a cover, but I do have something really small. This is a quote from Scott Hall in his 2014 Hall of Fame speech for the WWE. Hard work pays off. Dreams do come true. Bad times last, but excuse me. Bad times last, but you know what? Just scrap that. I don't remember it. Let's try this one poem that I just been thinking about because I wrote it today. Let's see. Okay, I think this poem speaks for itself. 23 years can be a lifetime for some. and it certainly feels like a lifetime ago. 23 years of tears of joy, sadness, and everything in between. 23 years of occasional curiosity of your well-being. 23 years of missing the one who introduced me to empathy. You have become a core memory of mine. You were the only one who saw me for who I was instead of freak show, like some atrocity exhibition for other kids to laugh at, yet push away. As the sands of time trickled through my fingers, the more I missed you. I really didn't come to terms to how much I truly miss you until we embraced outside a gas station, a random chance of happenstance. My mind's like an overwhelmed computer, glitched out in gratuitous amounts of glee to see you right in front of me after 23 years. I don't want to go another 23 years without you. We should cherish whatever time we have left in this fishbowl. Let's become the color red in this world of black and white and paint a future that is open wide, making the best of every day and every night, losing sight of the frights and fears, the causes for many sleepless nights and tears, yet pushing forward furiously with fiery ferocity, trailblazing through the minefield maze we call society, knowing and embracing who we are unapologetically. Let's look into the eyes of fear and say, Mr. Fear, you are a liar. Then compile our fears into a big old pile, dropping the torch fire together, igniting the funeral pyre as we take pleasure watching our fears go up in the fire and watch our spirits finally getting to know what it's like to dance to dance to the radio while synchronizing love to the beat of the show. Our energies creating a luminous glow that decorates the world around us. Let's go make up for lost time and create something special together. End poem. Thank you.
Now you can do the mic drop and everything.
Yeah, mic drop.
Awesome.
Multiple Joy Division shout outs. A man after my own heart, Dre Reyes. Oh my God. Excellent work.
Yeah,
Just
it's really
terrific.
good.
Thank you so much.
You healed some blind person. I feel it. I can see now. That was beautiful, man. Wow. So powerful.
And now who do I see with my magic mirror? Paul Skiff. Is he ready to bless us with some words this evening?
Why not?
Why not?
And Magus, what kind of computer did you get, if you don't mind?
An Acer. I got it at Costco for $400.
Wow, good deal.
Yeah, it's really nice. A Ryzen processor. It's as good as my old one, which was like $900 9 years ago.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking around for one. The thing I'm talking to you on, the one I'm talking to you on is 11 years old. I don't know how it's lasted so long.
Really?
Yeah, it's an old Dell. I've never had any trouble with it. I'm gonna do a cover from Miguel Algarin's last collection of poems called Supervivencia, or Survival. Was published in blah, 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 blah. When was it published? 2009. And he wrote this inscription to me in the front of the book. He wrote, "So here I go again, love and pain, withdrawal and need. How about it? Can we survive?" And I read this excerpt from a long poem. I'm just going to read the last page or so because it's long. It's from a poem with multiple titles. It's San Juan, An Arrest, Maguayo, A Vision of Malo Dancing from 1975. The proof of our lost innocence, of our impurity, Maguayo, we hardly own you. We barely make you our own. Maybe, when Malo dances on your soul, your holy baptism will make you ours to own, to keep, to build on, Maguayo. The mosquitoes have bred on your soil after 2 weeks of rain. They rape my soft skin. They invade my fluids. They suck my pores, free of the blood that I am to offer. Mi comen vivo, me devoran la sangre. There's something capitalistic about mosquitoes. They feed till they almost burst full of blood, and then they go on to seek the new survival energy to draw more blood somewhere else. Very capitalistic. Maguayo, your jibaro, your survival is New Yorican, not Taino, not black, not white, just New Yorican. I'll tell you something more, Boriclian. As I sat all fiengatao there in Maguayo, as I let my intestines have free flow, and as my constipation won, I realized I was just as afraid in Boriquen as I am in New York. Pero te quiero, Maguayo, porque los aguacates cuestan 15 chavos de amor por la simplicidad que lo ofreces a uno who lives in 524 East 6th Street, New York, 10009. My first night in Maguayo began in a VW and ended in a bed sleeping 3, Daddy, Mikey, and myself. We slept easy till the morning heat sent a forever itch to be up at the beach getting sun. Sun for my psyche, sun for my skin, sun for my nourishment, sun for my vision. The water at Boricaron is bathtub warm. It touches gently. The waves at Boricaron are light, gentle invasions. The water is gentle. The water seduces. The water accommodates itself around my balls, around the whole of my body. At Boriqueron, 6 kilometers from Maguayo, the sensual truth is that the waves seduce, the waves arouse, the waves gently lick my free swinging head, the gentle knocks erect me, the gentle sea waves ebb and flow around my body. The whole of the Caribbean Sea moves to the rhythm of my opening pores, unleashing centers of passion that squeeze my sperm up through to the head. The moves are quick. The sea is gentle. The breeze caresses. My spine jerks hard. My skin stretches to the rhythm of the sea. The seas a ring around my rosy, and I am the father of the oceans as my sperm swims right up into the world's wide open seas. And then the poem I read, well, a couple of short poems. Let's see. This is just kind of scenic and pastoral if you live on the Lower East Side. Tonight out on the sidewalk of 11th and B, cheese side down, wallowing in its own juices, is a plus-size slice of pizza, turning each tongue into a headless doll across these decapitated tongues flavor is making hand shadows from deep in belly of blind man who whistles famished melody down the hallway. I have been sent out for Tylenol and raw oats. I will whistle just to cope with how earlier Gina spent an hour throwing water and greens up out her throat with deep eruptions. Her voice, a clog, I, limbless, in the rumble and spew, complicated not helplessness, my loose ends confused by cat-torn, distorted, emptying cat, jumping badness on top refrigerator, swats, Valentine heart dangled on string stuck in door handle, the cat who peels, lips over moonlight, teeth to gnaw, crucifix, and in the next apartment, someone saws the toothily buzzing rips will not let me decide whether I am or am not being put together into being glad Gina has come home from a job she has this week, cooking dinners of fresh carrot and broccoli pasta for two hybrid celebrity dogs, smaller than chickens, who live on the 13th floor of a high-rise building whose living room they get to use as their toilet while the omnisexual lingerie designer master is in Yucatan taking obedience classes, dizzied by an inverted priority. I am thinking like an inclination to this meal of disorder. There is sometimes an appetite for the upside down, just like I know tonight out on the corner of 11th and B, someone will peel that luxurious slice of pizza up off the sidewalk and cram it in their mouth. The next poem is another kind of scenic and pastoral thing. If you're on Avenue A, I will drag you out of here by your fucking teeth, brags the cop over the wino he has slammed flat against the laundromat floor. No one laughs. The night is so frigid, a dog has gone mad out front, ripping people's pants as they strut past, punched through thumb-pierced slot. George Washington's silver profiles clatter naked into unseen private needs. The fear in life is dirt, bare as silence of strangers who hold themselves in while set off by passivity. Pounds of soggy clothes bounce dead in hollow spools down whose ranks to numbly spun voice of motors blindly stewed. The wino is collar hauled over frozen street of cops' spiteful authority described by lack of contest into ignored question of who is more foul. Like fleas, the wino's buttons jump off his coat while out front percussion is pounded by a boy with a stick on the mad dog's skull. This laundromat has become the house of corrections, and everyone is now fumbling around our involuntary membership in pathetic stupor. I think I'll stop there. Thanks for your generous listening.
What a line to stop on. Oh my
Good.
God. That was gorgeous. Oh my
What
God.
vivid imagery, Paul.
Yeah.
Just
My brain
painted a
is
real
melted.
picture of the Lower East Side. That was fantastic, Paul.
Yeah, very.
Phenomenal.
He's always good.
Next up,
Oh,
we
next
have
up, do we have a new person? Daniel, have
new
you
person on
been
the
here
mic.
before?
Welcome to
Okay, what we
Chaos
do,
Magic.
we gotta open up, everybody, open up your mics and show some love to Daniel.
Woo, Daniel.
Welcome,
Hey,
Daniel.
Daniel.
We love
Welcome.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can bless us with some words.
I'll try at least. Thank you, Rick, for the invitation. I would never have known of this Zoom if not for that. This is Winter Thunderstorm by James A. Tweedy. It was published in 2019 in a collection of his titled Mostly Sonnets, and this is how it reads. A microsecond flash of arcing light explodes the silent, moonless midnight sky, illuminates the heavens, blinds the eye, outshines the stars, and vanquishes the night. I count 1001, 1002 as splintered shards of shattered air descend, with crackle, rattle, rumble, roar, and rend the ear. A winter storm is passing through. A gust of wind, a sudden breathless pause, the click of scattered hail admixed with snow, as strobe-lit clouds recede and end the show with distant fading thunderous applause. At dawn, a cloudless sky, the storm is gone, except for hailstones blanketing the lawn. And this is by yours truly, titled Wing-Stroked Spectacle, which was recently awarded fourth place by the annual poetry competition hosted by Classical Poets Society, and this is how it reads. Segmented sets of starlings sharply elevate towards candescent skies, suspend, then circulate in sync. Their wingspans whisper sunset symphonies while manifesting silhouetted symmetries. With poise, finesse, and swiftness, they transform the air into an ever-changing scape. This canvas where each turn and swirl unfolds a painterly display, a moving mural rendered on a dying day. The starlings coalesce to form a checkered veil. They crown the clouds and skim across a coastal trail, then separate as if surrendering to gusts, and cover summits like a desert's storm-flung dust. With tapered pace, their fevered flights revert to long glissades of shimmering shades, a showy dance along a latent stopgap stage. They stir, careen, decline, retracing what remains of lofty lazuline, before it all becomes a screen of red-specked gold. The starlings falter in its wake. They cannot hold their elegance in fading light. Their spirals wane in streaming chains. They spill in spates of jet black rain. Thank you.
Woo.
Thank you.
Mesmerizing voice, Daniel.
Yes.
Please come back to us. Please, we
Anytime.
want you here at Chaos Magic every week. Spectacular reads. Really happy to have you with us.
Thank you
Yes.
for the kind words, and well, absolutely, I'll keep dropping by. Thanks for being so welcoming.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Yes.
really, really good.
Yeah, everybody
My
open your
mind
mics
is
and give it up for
blown.
Daniel.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
terrific.
Phenomenal.
Welcome,
Phenomenal read.
Daniel.
That was
Woo.
awesome. Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was great. I had to go pull Thomas in. I was like, you gotta hear this guy. It's awesome.
And Thomas next on the mic, right?
He sure is. So I'm gonna pass it over to him.
Okay. Let's welcome the host of Open Minds Open Mic. Friday nights, it's the place to be, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thomas Open Minds, we're very happy to have you with us.
I'm very happy to be here. I'm glad that y'all accept me on your platform. It's just been amazing.
Right.
It's just been amazing what this community has done for us and done for me personally and done for many of y'all folks. The reason I'm kind of covered up right now is because I'm doing a cover and I have an original for you. So this first cover is I got catalyst dying on that one. Shit, I was gonna say that. Yeah, this first cover is from a very dear friend of mine who is part of this community and who I met through this community. We all know him and love him as Nemo Soon. And this poem is called Nobody. Nobody sits close by, waiting for a turn to be with you alone, so that nobody will be near you, so that nobody has a chance to love you just for being you, and nobody will listen, and nobody can be trusted, and nobody wants to be your friend. Nobody understands why you did those things, and nobody thinks you've done enough, and nobody's forgotten anyway. Nobody doesn't need anything from you, and nobody has no expectations, and nobody will never be disappointed in you. Nobody wants to touch you like you want to be touched, and nobody wants to fulfill your deepest desires, and nobody just wants you to be happy. Nobody wants to nuzzle up close to feel your warmth and make sure that you know that nobody will always be there for you, because nobody cares about you. All right. I had to get on my cover face, my for this next piece. So this is my follow-up to that, and it's called Somebody. And before I start this, I just want to welcome Daniel to Open Minds. You're somebody, not the somebody I mentioned in this poem, because the somebody in this poem is a little rough, but you're somebody who we love and we care, and that we're grateful to hear your words and grateful that you showed up. And we hope to see and hear more of you, because nobody cares about you. No, but yeah, this one's called Somebody. It's my response to the Nemo Soon poem. And we have somebody working on an Anybody poem, so that should be coming out soon too. But somebody is always watching. Somebody is always listening. Right now, somewhere, somebody is thinking about nobody. Somebody hates you. Somebody always will. Somebody takes their place closer for the kill. Somebody is ready to take you nowhere. Somebody cares if you stare too long. Somebody is there to steal your lifelong dreams. It seems that somebody is you and somebody is me. Somebody is sad and somebody is mean. Somebody is meaning to take all of your things. There is somebody right now just trying to be. Somebody is always willing to stab you in the back. Somebody is there to cause you a heart attack. Somebody will always loathe you and me. 'Cause no matter where you look, no matter where you go, there is inevitably somebody who will destroy your soul. So look out for somebody who is just out to enjoy your skull. But keep this in mind. Somebody is nobody. And nobody will always find a way to love you. I've been Thomas OpenMinds. Love y'all.
Wow, great pieces. Thomas OpenMinds. Give it up for Thomas. Yeah.
Yay, Thomas!
Yeah. Word. You're somebody to nobody, or to nobody to somebody. Awesome, man. Awesome. Word.
Okay, get on that mic, Catalyst. It's your intro.
That was fun and intense and all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming up next, we have Debby Segal. Debbie, bless us
Thank
with some
you,
words.
Catalyst. Thank you, everyone. I found an old book of poetry by Diane Wakowski called The Motorcycle Betrayal Poems. And this is kind of a cold read. I think I can get through it. It's called The Moon Being the Number 19, to celebrate the centennial of the publication of the periodic table of elements, written March 19th, 1969. This year, they are looking for a new element, heavy enough to be dragging my heart down now as it hangs on the edges of my veins. I thought all along that it was the moon inside me which made me so heavy. I walked with its weight pressing on my brain, making me frown and chasing my vision, pressing everything into hard streaks. But the moon is only a dead crust that I've learned to lift in each foot. It's this new element that's been forming in my blood that tires me so and hurts me. Potassium, the number 19. I dreamed I was lying down under a tree, and 19 of your heavy faces separately were shaven by a lithium beam. Imagine, I heard someone say, the moon wearing a mustache. The moon is a woman. Potassium, the number 19. I dreamed I was lying down under a tree, and 19 of your heavy hands touched my face heavily. And when I woke up, 19 of your mustaches were lying scattered on the ground, and the print of your 20th hand held me to the spot. This is absurd. How can a hand not there hold me? But that is the strange effect of the missing element, the heavy one they are looking for. It started its formation in my body by disappointment. In other words, you wouldn't meet one The riddle of calcium, it becomes your teeth. The riddle of potassium, it bathes me in blue light. The riddle of the moon and of the new heavy element, this sediment in my blood that gives me poetry and you nothing. It is in my blood. You refuse the discovery. You remember another chemist. And I ask you, if you ever properly memorized your valences, I don't catch your answer, having a heavy pressure now on my ears and not knowing where it will settle next, frightens, as I've never felt frightened before. You do not know how to love, and you are afraid to discover any new elements in your life. I, the lover, carry my heaviness inside me. Would not recommend this as an easy way, but the I Ching says there is only one way for the superior man. It is hard. It is heavy. It would frighten you to even think about. Read Olson's Maximus Letter 12 and remember his tribute to the tarot deck. Esoteric references? Nothing is ever known until we autopsy the body. Tonight, the silver moon hangs to the edges of my veins, this awkward sky. The Motorcycle Betrayal Poems by Diane Wachowski. She's a very angry woman and a really amazing poet.
Amazing poet, right?
Yeah. And now I'm
Wow,
going to read,
tremendous.
I'm a slightly less angry woman and a slightly less amazing poet, but I found one that I think pairs well with that. And I've been working on it. I found that if I put something away for a while and come back to it, I can make it even better. So like here goes. That's my humble opinion that it's getting better. I call this one Alchemy. In the hollows, a pensive Neanderthal reclines, colorless runt within her, plying the loom, ignorant of its name. Herbs, stones, vapors, perfumes. Squeeze nectar, fungal nodes flare on scarlet pods by a dry gulch. Gooey core of stuff, each flower, celestial zenith, rotates the spoon. Paint flames with potion, core of void, of stars and stones. Holy fire and water, ovum trims seed from waves. These are not fables. You will touch, you will see the philosopher's stone. Pull dark specks of stuff, and from these pull icy flames. Mordant matter divides, and a clear bell is supine. The battle has been fought and won. Chaos climaxes into dust and draws down the pinnacle. The blackening, the whitening, the yellowing, the reddening. To gain, first give. To obtain, first lose. From the one to the one. Terrestrial, endowed with shadow. Sulfur, mercury, salt. See it, touch it, love it, know it not. Thank you.
Wow, Debbie, thank you. That was witchy as fuck. Love it.
Yeah, chaos shout out. Awesome.
I gotta say, keep your eyes on Catalyst when you read, because Catalyst's face makes you feel like you're the most amazing thing since like I don't know what. So thank you for the enthusiasm, Catalyst, and everyone.
Anytime with words like that. Holy crap. That was awesome. All right. Martin, are you ready to follow that, sir? Bless us with some words, please.
Thank you so much, everyone. See if I can follow that. All the references to music, and including the Sandy Denny song, one of my favorite singers from one of my favorite bands. And Sophia's piece reminded me of this poem I wrote recently. Let's see here, where to go? Sorry, lost track. There we go. That is incorporates the titles from my favorite album at the beginning of each stanza. This is the album is A Song for All Seasons by the band Renaissance. So this poem is a song for our Renaissance season. Opening out into half-hidden vistas, we never quite seem to talk about. The road between us lies under the ground. The day of the dreamer wafts from the doors of the rental car that is headed south to visit my family one more time. Closer than yesterday, but not quite there, our hands stretch across the manifold, entwined in memories of other roads. Kindness at the end of a familiar trail keeps us together through all the trials that tug at the web of our innermost bonds. Back home again, we think all those thoughts we don't often share in our Renaissance days, enclosed within the patterns we wove. She is love in the way she still holds my hand, while outside our space, the world goes round and spins as if it's out of control. The northern lights swing close to our sky as beams from the sun roam round the globe to flash through eyes and seldom seen climes. A song for all seasons we've traveled beyond, with memories that flicker at the edge of our minds. Brings hope that some kind of future remains. And then for my cover, I thought I would share the lyrics. If I can remember where I put them. Here we go. From the opening song from that album, Opening Out. It's always been one of my favorite songs. Fading myth, you swirl and dance before my eyes to realize the feelings that have lain within my heart. Life in dreams is so much kinder, just a moment's memory. To fade away in distance lies your home. Broken city, take you with me. Soon to be harmonized there before your eyes, only to exist. Time has held tomorrow yearning while apart. Now the longing has begun for you. Suns will never set, hands shall not forget promises we made. Somewhere there's a harbor, though we pass her by, where our ship can be and safely lie in the warmth of her arms inside a perfect day. And with each passing moment, we wait to sail away. And thank you very much.
Martin, you are an incredibly talented poet and graphic artist. We are delighted to have you with us. Thank you so much for sharing your words. Next up on the mic, Catalyst has had to step away, so I'm momentarily a little flustered, but I think I've recovered. I've got my shit together. Don't worry about me. Now we have Cozzy Coz. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone? I miss y'all, man, for real. I know I've been away for a little bit. I've been trying to just balance out different Zooms because I didn't want to spread myself too thin, and that's what I've been doing. My brain's just been frying, so I've had to take some time back and try to balance them out. But I miss y'all. I miss my family, man. How are y'all doing? Y'all good? All right. Word. All right, so I do have a cover. It's a small one by Sonia Ringo. It's titled Disenfranchised Grief. A socially unacceptable flavor of grieving, such murky feelings forbidden. The people are frowning, their brows furrowed, something you carry alone, feet filled with lead. You can try to lock it in the cellar, but it's a boa constrictor that exact length of your body's laying next to you in bed, not cuddling, but measuring. Thank you. That was that one. Okay, and now this is my piece.
Sorry for the interruption. Who was that?
Sonia Ringo. It's cool. Sonia Ringo.
Okay.
I'll put it in the chat then. I'll put it in the chat
Good
then.
thing.
No doubt. Excuse me. Now this is my own piece. Some of y'all have heard this. Some of y'all may not have. This is titled My Dear Aunt Sally. My very educated mother's dear Aunt Sally just served us 9 pizzas. Because as we all know, every good boy does fine. Had I known she was coming, I would have baked her a cake. And I would have eaten it too, you know, as if it were mine. Since then, I've watched reindeer play antelope games while the buffalo do what they do when in Rome. Because there ain't never been no place like home to start parting the sweet sorrows of tomorrow, from which more likely than not, today's gonna end up having to borrow the hindsight of yesterday's past, which is only a day away from the precipice of kicking somebody's ass. Because frankly, my dear Watson, I don't give a damn. Which is elementary, like the non-televised revolution during which Fee-Fi was the foe that fumbled the truth that would have set you free, like the power of knowledge and life's forbidden tree. Amidst the certainty of death and taxes, it's like curtains when you're placed in a certain bracket of one of the greatest of rackets to have ever done it, until our stock price plummets down into the dang gummit of G. Williker's sinister plot, while Dag Nabbit and Golly G keep plotting on me. So please forget to forget me not, because I'm no longer my sibling's keeper, but my brother from another mother. I got you, because you my motherfucker. So here's looking at you, kid, because the world's a stage, acting like it got some damn sense. See, I am. Therefore, I think about everything but the kitchen sink that's on the brink of the verge's edge. But by the looks of it, it seems Houston may have a problem because all that glitters ain't gold, since there might be greener grass on the other side of the book cover, which shows how a small man can take a giant leap from mankind's next step. Oh, and did you hear? Mother Goose's goose got cooked because it got loose in the gin and juice and it got its neck stuck in the noose. Just turn on the news. It's full of useless information. And now the scorned woman from hell is furious because money don't grow on trees, since it's the root of all evil, like most people who sit under church steeples. So if and Ann would butt out the conversation, perhaps maybe could tell me where my peoples is at. Probably eating Kit Kats like Tic Tacs on TikTok, ticked off, doing the crip walk full of shit talk from feeling ripped off after failing to try again, because the success from simply just showing up is at 80%. So if the shoe fits, yell YOLO until you're stronger than what doesn't kill you, since there's no tomorrow to live like, especially when your 2 cents worth of beans don't add up to a mountain's molehill. Because when you blindly follow the blind, your mind fails to see the divinity of forgiving human error, which stands to unite the fallen who have been divided by those who came to see how they could conquer all. Long story short, this land isn't so free because bravery left home. And since we're not in Kansas anymore, I may just take Toto to Africa and wait for Dorothy to catch up, because she sure ain't cutting the mustard. So I'm going to keep walking through the evil valley of all of my death-riddled shadows with no fear. To be continued. Or not to be. Wait, what was the question? Thank you.
Cozzy, that was fantastic. The root of all evil, like most people who sit under church steeples. That line just knocked me out. Oh my God. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
It came back right at the end. Oh my goodness. I'll have to watch the recording.
So yes, yes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Word.
Woohoo!
Cozzy, you're always so awesome. Oh, so good to see you.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Word up.
All the
And
love.
speaking of awesome,
Word.
I often advise people to strap themselves in for CP Maze, but CP Maze and Elemental, I'm afraid there's nothing you can do. This is a Cat 5 hurricane coming at you. Elemental, CP Maze in the house. We are so excited to see you guys together. This is so great. Oh my God.
What's good, good people? How y'all doing?
Yeah, so the cover we're doing tonight, I'll let you know who it is at the end. But I figured like if my goal, which is our goal, is to push our art and our craft just one step a little bit further than it's ever been before, why not have fun doing covers? So I was like, let's do a group piece cover. This might be pretty awesome. So here we go.
Welcome to dystopia.
Idiocracy gone to hell
in a Handmaid's Tale, like a remixed 1980 floor show.
The brave new world's really a plague-ridden medieval times. People playing war games.
When strange game, the only winning move is not to play.
Blade runners terminating skin jobs.
World warriors beyond Thunderdome, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves, the other guy soy and green. It's
people, but I'm going to bust out of this matrix because I can see there is no spoon. The God Emperor of Doom, I make like Omega Man and kill some zombies before Skynet unleashes the Terminator.
You are number 5. I am not a number. I am a free man. You are number 5. I am not a number. I'm a free man.
The prisoner imagines the cell.
The jury has sent him to hell. His 6x8 slice of dystopia within the dystopia. America's prisoner industrial cornucopia complex. But as simple as slave plantation, 2 million people in incarceration, the U.S., the world's leader in prison population.
Domestic infant supplier exploitation, Pennywise.
But pound foolish.
We're Gacy clown ghoulish. That's it.
We're like Bozo the Clown. Foolish. 698 Americans out of 100,000 are behind bars.
China's only got 121 per thou. Home of free. Ours.
Pardon the prisoners of the drug war fought in error. Error.
Bringing healing to communities where once there was terror. We built our society on a broken foundation. White supremacy and guns are the seeds of our damnation. Guns have turned Americans into prisoners of unconscious, afraid at school, afraid in the grocery, afraid you'll be the next Walmart.
Shot, live streamed, and accompanied by a racist manifesto starter. Tucker Carlson paraphrased by the incel loser who has taken society's abuse and is now the abuser.
The abused is now. The abuser?
Oh, yeah.
Poem by Magus, Gustav Solace.
Shout out the one and only Gustav Solace, man. Peace, y'all.
Wow.
Oh my God.
The definitive version. Oh my God.
Wow.
My mind is melted. Wow. That was
I'm so
amazing.
glad I was here to
in
witness
one room
that.
there.
Oh my goodness.
Magus, what was that like?
Yeah, that was a thrill. That was a thrill.
Holy shit. That
It was a
was
pleasure. Like, how did you go about doing a cover? Like, you cover songs, but then you're kind of upset because they sound just like the singer, you know? So, like, how did we do Magus without having that Magus energy, but having ours? Like, it was fun tearing apart that poem. It was so much fun.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We talk about playground, PlayStation, like yo, that's the kind of thing that you look forward to as a poet, to be able to dig into poems like that, man. That's just fun, bro.
It was a real thrill for me, you guys. I cannot believe the walls of your apartment are still standing.
No doubt about it. I'm surprised we haven't got a noise ordinance issue. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Like, for real.
Right?
Wow. Wow.
Next up on the mic, we have Marianne Tefft. Marianne, will you bless us with some words?
Welcome, Marianne.
Marianne.
Yes, with pleasure. Wow, that was fantastic. Wow, what a night so far. This is great. It's so super nice to see everybody. Thank you very much for having me. You know, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things you might be doing, and in my head I'm painting pictures. Just a little bit of Valerie. Of course, our friend Amy Winehouse. And I wanted to say too, just scrolling along in Instagram and happening to notice something that seemed to speak to me and maybe to many of us. It's funny how you learn so much about love from people who never loved us. I'd like to share a poem tonight of mine that I wrote just the other morning while I was flying again to Panama, where the news is absolutely fantastic. You won't remember that I was sitting in precisely this spot on the 5th of February when I got to Panama, where my daughter had been transported with grievous injuries. And tonight I'm sitting in the hotel again. However, my daughter is across the room and she's gone outpatient. So we're fantastic. We are really getting there and it's pretty neat. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much to this particular part of the Zoom family, the poetry family, you, Chaos Magic. You've all been so there for me and for Julia the whole of the time. And I thoroughly appreciate it. So it's kind of fun. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm
love
happy
you,
to be.
Marianne.
Thank you. I love you all as well. And I feel it every single moment of every day. I really appreciate it.
Great to see Jules going home. Great
Thank
to see
you,
Jules
Elemental.
going home. Truly.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting real close now, a couple of weeks, and we'll be on our way. So that's kind of neat. I'll read this, called In Your Shoes. You tell me I will never understand. Yet, I draw myself up to my full height to knock my head again and again against the false ceiling of misunderstanding. For you cannot convince my heart that I must walk in your very shoes to know the nagging rasp of unbroken leather against proud arch, the moment when thin cotton droops to scrape delicate skin from an innocent heel, or taunting fingers point at outmoded artifacts, and the lips of twisted mouths roll back their vile louvers to expose missteps to ridicule. I measure my own gait over gnarled stories, stub my toes against intransigent truths, and wince. Oh, I wince at the sting of high water lies. So is the truth of our parallel trajectories, that I will never rise on a morning when your burdens decimate you to repin the grenades in your mind or squeeze the bloody toxins from your nightmares with my warrior embrace, that your dreams may flow with the tart sweetness of tangerines. So I needle and prod to know why you decorate your history as if it were your whole Christmas, waiting beneath a corrupt tree to be unwrapped. There is no Guinness Prize for deepest hurt, no trophy for most targets missed or finish lines moved when the end was in sight. You will not see me stand by to watch you celebrate your pain as if you are the only one to feel it. Thank you.
Wow, that was awesome.
That's some kind of different kind of quality eloquence, I'll tell you.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. That
Just
means a lot.
beautiful.
That's
just
I
beautiful work.
I love it. I love it.
Do you have another piece for us?
As always.
Thank you. I do. This piece I wrote just the other morning here. It's called Now I Lay Me Down. Now I lay me down to count your breaths. I pray tonight we may defy the bounds of physics and the past, that one fine ray of light may flee the grip of the unlit chasm at the center of your nightly universe, that I may become the Magellan of your moonlit navigations, that love may prove itself at last a welcoming refuge for your days. We have not yet rewritten all the rules, but they say the sun will rise for another 5 billion years, and tomorrow it will light a new day. Perhaps we still have time. Thank you.
Love it. Perhaps we still have time. Time will always be there for us.
Lovely, Marianne. Just beautiful.
Thank you.
There's always time. There's always time.
Thank you, Chris.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we have Mr. Witz next. Is that right? I stepped out
Host
for a
of Who Naked Up in Here Wednesday nights. Don't miss it. It is the place to be on a Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Mr. Witz, will you bless us with some words?
I'm not sure if we have our wits about us.
I don't think we have our wits about us.
Okay, we'll have to come back to him. Cece, could you
Yes,
bless
you
us
can,
with
of course, have a minute. Yes.
Okay.
Cece, are you ready?
Sure, yeah.
Cece was born ready.
Stay ready, yeah.
So I got to let people know that Debbie Toussaint Kilday is the founder of the National Beat Poetry thing that happens every year, and she has a women's anthology coming up, and the deadline's real soon. And I'll try and gather that information and drop it in the chat. You might be able to submit a piece that won't be too late for that. It's a goddess theme. Women goddess thing that she does every year, beat poetry goddess thing, and men are welcome to contribute. This is the one I'm gonna send to her, and I sent it before, but I told her don't print it because I thought it was too long, and it's not long, but for a book, I thought others would get in. So it's called Man of Woman. I did it a long time ago here, to the family. Man of Woman. To understand the depth of his phallic dominion, he has no rule over her. She is never a gender slave to his ignorant sperm's drive. She is not here to be inhumanity breeding. The only protection he was born to provide is to being, always choosing to breathe his empathy into her. We are soul forms accountable to death, dying constantly. We are here to fall into love learns, to become the equal of her emotional heat, her soul aflame. She's not here to become slavery in the making, manufacturing worth by mass producing competing worthlessness, as if she must become his ignorance to be equal or free of the womb's nature. A male is nothing if he refuses to wear the mirror of her living womb. His vulnerability to be his strength,
as is the end of his weak machismo. And with or without his merging with true love living, to never possess her choice to choose love, constantly moving into the equilibrium of alive with her. Time dies, love lives. There is no waste of love unless you waste her, unless she wastes love just to become his power, to own life and remain ignorant of love beyond death is. Alone, he is still given a choice to balance life and death, to share life's high wire with her, not to be the sorry waste of every unknown orgasm leading him into rape culture, or to empty his pride's death, not earn love into her welcome arms. The air of emptiness comes, leaving no blame, to love beyond debt and debtor, giving her the choice to receive and not take love. Her pleasure is his choice to give his body to her lust's liberty and freed choice, not to be ignorant as a full-grown sperm walking a cradle-to-grave existence, a male occupying no more than the excuse of a man on top of her. Man is of woman to earn her wonder. Man of woman. And the good news is the poetry, my first Press 22 publishing, I Don't Write Poetry and You Can't Make Me by Kathleen Holzer is coming together. This is the first time that you've seen it. I am now all set up here to make these books, publish them, beautiful paper, nice cover, the whole thing in-house, color, folded in half, stapled and trimmed, and then everything out of house completely. And Kathleen's the first, and there are others to come. And while I was doing that, I went back to 1984, and I don't have a title yet, but my children's poems, my nursery rhymes and children's songs from 1984 and on. So I'll read one from Kathleen's upcoming book here, the title piece. And the story behind this is that about 3 years ago, she said, I said to her, "You have a poet in you. You have the soul of a poet." And she said, and I quote, "I don't write poetry and you can't make me." And I said, "That's the name of your first book." She wrote about 5. And about last January, I edited a pile of poems she's written ever since, 600 poems. And 100 of them landed in a pile that might make this book down to 20, and I'm holding the result. So it's a somebody who would never write poetry, and she's a hoot. She just bought a pair of leggings that say badass. I told her I would stop saying that, but I can't resist. Of course I don't have a message. I have nothing to say. I don't need to convince anyone of anything. They have their own ideas. I didn't say that. I hate writing. It can't be said, and you can't make me. What heart? I don't have feelings. I'm not defensive. I don't take it personally. I don't write poetry, and you can't make me. That's my cover. And as far as covers go, you guys that did the cover poem, Magus, that is what you do. The rest is copy. I always tell people, Jimi Hendrix, Star Spangled Banner, that's a cover. That's how you cover a song. You make it original. And that's
Indeed.
it. Thank you, family. And how's things going on the road, guys? Thomas, Catalyst, how things?
Thank you so much for that. That was awesome. Things
How
are
are
doing
how
pretty good. We
how are-
landed in BC, and it's going to take me a little while to get to America, but I'll write a letter and figure it out.
you know, you don't need a passport to cross over from BC into Kitsap County. That one ferry.
Ah, I'd have to check that one out.
Yeah, well, you can go the other way. If you went from the United States across the top of the Sound, the Puget Sound, where it goes in, that one little ferry that connects them, And then there's like 27 ferries that bring it down to Seattle. But you can go from United States into BC, but you can't go into Canada. But your passport without one, you can go back and forth there. So I don't know if
That's
that'll help.
right. There's a difference between Canada and BC and America and Washington. I learned that recently. So
Oh, yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
whole
there's
thing.
anyway, whatever. Unless my geography's all wrong and everything I just said made no sense at all. All right, where's Mr. Witz? Where's Mr. Witz?
Yeah, we got our wits
Indeed,
ready.
is
Are you
Mr.
ready
Witz with
here?
us? Do we have our wits about us?
Yes, I'm here, family.
Oh, beautiful.
Sorry for the delay.
No
I
worries.
appreciate,
No worries at all. We got you.
You are forgiven.
so I appreciate your patience. This is my cover poem. It's entitled "And Now It's Done." I returned from foreign terrain where fighting took place on a land that didn't know my footsteps, just to return a home, unfamiliar as it may seem. I'm back and I can't find myself. Lost everything besides the inside voice I used to know, the echo that once spoke to me when everything else was so noisy and the outside world couldn't force the busy of the day to silence itself. I've come back to strange faces and bedrooms that don't have walls, ceilings that stretch to God's doorsteps. It feels like the steps over me. It feels like he steps over me to wake his angels in the morning. I return to a home where the recipients of the freedom I fought for refuse to call my name, won't believe my journey, and don't even bother to listen. Can't see my sacrifice, keeps them comfortable, lays freedom at their doorsteps. I fought so that they will never have to. However, they forbid my eye contact. 3 squares and a simple smile that says, thank you, good morning. I fought for a country that left amputees to walk on their own, wash their face without an arm they've manufactured, forgetting we lost body parts for their safety and well-being. Now I return to a home that can't remember me, won't tip their hats to salute me. I know they don't understand my journey, but that doesn't mean I don't have a past. Now my sacrifice feels like a thought in the wind. I carry an anvil around my neck that visits my dreams, imprisons me in flashbacks of death and warfare. And now I stand alone in a country that has forgotten me, a land that calls a freedom I've yet to taste. Nothing makes sense anymore, and all I can hear are the bombs and bullets that stole my brethren. That poem is written by my brother, Coach Josh Moon.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Yeah, Mr. Witz. A freedom I have yet to taste. So powerful. You have another poem for us?
Yes, this is from me. It's
Most excellent.
untitled. This one is untitled. Birds of a feather flock together, burdening the same power lines, hoping during their southern fly they don't get pissed on from above, fleeing to escape the storm coming doesn't assure you will not get wet. Yet that never delayed a bird from going as far away as its wings could carry. You could see them flying solo, 2, 3, 4 at a time. It's their travel that drew the most attention. Their bird call in unison, honoring each other. What comes out of their beak, twanging in their speech. You can kind of tell where they came from. I used to weigh a region by its people's behavior, finger point the flooring like a black robe scabble. But blaming poplar trees for racial lynchings of the black man is like blaming red oak for California forest fires. So I had to climb backwards out of my head, trying not to make a complete ass of myself. I learned to seek out the individual nature residing in whomever I deal with. I found face cards may have the biggest fill of art, but they never trump the aces. Maybe because their arrow-tip appearance, spearing like the closed beak of a bird. Closed mouths don't get fed, but big mouths always seem to keep a foot inside it. But still, I tell them, you ain't the first man to call himself a nigger because he couldn't identify with the God in him. But hope had less nest. It's those who couldn't stand in front of a mirror who turned their backs to escape, finding themselves in the company of others who have flown away. I guess that's how stray birds find their flight patterns, looking for a posse to flock with, one with undetectable breaks in their wings, flying the other way from the storm, leaving those housed in the tree to become tales of strange fruit hummed in a song, a chorus that sounds like I barely escaped alive when birds sing it. Keep your eye on a sparrow. Birds of a feather flock together, burdening the same power lines, hoping during their southern fly they don't get pissed on from above. But clouds don't urinate. It's the thought that makes a bedpan on one's head. Why you think birds shit on the fly? Hoping to keep their feathers clean without having to wipe. Never minding where they waste. And looking up doesn't mean you won't get shitted on by their droppings. No more than the idea of you ever seeing it coming. Boom.
You just wrote that?
Wow.
Is that recent, Mr. Witz?
Yeah, I was trying to finish it while that's why I asked for a few more moments.
I love the bird play in
Wow.
there. That was awesome.
That's a whole new definition of new shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, well put,
For
well
real.
put, Cece.
You know, that's a
Shit. Yo,
that shit.
Wow.
That shit's still wet. Never mind.
Yeah, that's good shit right
Right,
there.
Never mind
right.
the ink. Ah, it's good. It's good. It's got to be that good.
okay.
If
That
it's
was
that
dope.
bad,
That was
it's
awesome, man. That was awesome.
that bad, that good.
Mm.
Witz,
That's
thank you so
fantastic.
much for agreeing to feature on May 10th too. Everybody put that in your calendars like right now
Oh
if you're
shit. All right.
at the time. Yeah. So very
I'm
much looking
honored. I'm
forward to
excited.
that.
Yes,
It'll be my
I'm
birthday
definitely gonna
present.
be there. I got you. Believe it. I'm going all the way in too.
Thank you so much. We love you. Every day, every
Love you
way.
back. You know it.
All right, now with our last performer, I think maybe you guys might have heard of him. He goes by the name of the Magus. Magus, could you bless us with some words?
I will do. I have a cover piece for you. It's by Brian Eno and David Byrne off the tremendous, epic Remain in Light album by the Talking Heads. This is Seen and Not Seen. He would see faces in movies, on TV, in magazines, and in books. He thought that some of these faces might be right for him, and that through the years, by keeping an ideal facial structure fixed in his mind or somewhere in the back of his mind, that he might, by force of will, cause his face to approach those of his ideal. The change would be very subtle. It may take 10 years or so. Gradually, his face would change its shape, a more hooked nose, wider, thinner lips, beady eyes, a larger forehead. He imagined that this was an ability he shared with most other people, that they had also molded their faces according to some ideal. Maybe they imagined their new face would better suit their personality, or maybe they imagined that their personality would be forced to change to fit their new appearance. This is why first impressions are often correct. Although some people may have made mistakes, they might have arrived at an appearance that bears no relationship to them. They may have picked an ideal appearance based on some childish whim or momentary impulse. Some may have gotten halfway there and then changed their minds. He wonders if he too might have made a similar mistake. Thank you. And I have one original piece. This is called Yo, Feel This. Hi, I'm the Magus. It's a pleasure to meet you. Never let the fascist fuckers ever defeat you. They want to take your choice, browbeat you. Don't let that 2016 feeling repeat you. Trump, the narcissist con man, does not care about you. He's been judged to be a rapist. Did you know that's true? This November, I'm imploring you to vote blue. It may be the most important political thing you ever do. I'm laying it down for you for real. Donald Trump wants to break the seventh seal, tear up the Constitution, rule as a dictator. Surreal. Don't let this happen. You feel? Thank you.
Ah, yeah. Everybody, give it up for your host of the evening, the
Woo!
Magus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
the
and my
host.
puppy celebrate. My puppy's cheering.
Yeah. And congrats
Yay,
on the
yay,
new
yay.
crib again.
Yes.
You got the
New
new
crib,
crib.
new computer, new everything.
Yes.
I got everything set up. Yeah. So I want to take 1 second to thank CP Mays and Elemental again for a tremendous read of my poem, Welcome to Dystopia. It was amazing. You guys rocked so hard. Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elemental's not there anymore.
I just
I
want
hope
to
so.
say,
too.
those of
No,
us that got to witness that, I mean, we are lucky fellows and gals. Yeah.
Thank y'all. I'll let Elemental know. He got pulled away for a quick bit. It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun. Yeah.
He's really just lightning, isn't he? Just choo choo, and then he's gone.
You could tell y'all have fun. You could tell y'all have fun. You can see it, yo. Word.
And they put in the work.
And that's the
what a
best.
blessing.
That's the best.
Can you let us
what a
know,
blessing.
can you ever give us a heads up for when you're going to be doing further collabs and things like that? CP?
Yeah, definitely.
Elemental?
Yeah, we wanted to surprise Magus, so we didn't let the cat out the bag to the last moment. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you got to put
It was a
Debbie
thrill.
in your
It was a
DMs.
thrill. You saw the smile on my face the whole time.
Beautiful.
Oh my God. What a wonderful night of poetry here at Chaos Magic. I want to thank everyone individually. So I'm going to thank Catalyst to begin with, my incredible co-host, a beautiful human being and genius. Paul Skiff, yet another genius to grace the mic. Marianne Tefft, we love you. CC Arshagra, Daniel Moreschi, thank you for coming. Your first time, welcome, and come on back. Cozzy Coz with the incredible flow, thank you so much. Debby Segal, yes, and Elemental and CP Mays, Martin Parker Parquillian, and not to last but not least, the host of Who Naked Up in Here, Mr. Witz the Poet. Thank you all. We love you.
Thank you, Magus.
Yes.
We love you all.
Woo-hoo.
Everybody take care.
Woo.
Take care.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
Bye.